Welcome back, y'all, to a brand new installment of VIP Reviews. I'm your boy James.
Zay.
Will.
And first we were talking about, guys, the biggest blockbuster, at least animated blockbuster of the year so far, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We're going to discuss our thoughts, and of course we're going to start off with the positives first. I'm pass the floor to Will. What was a positive for you?
Well, first of all, animation was beautiful. There was nothing in this film where I felt like, they weren't trying as far as the art direction goes. It was very beautiful, colorful. Yeah, it's colorful. The colors popped, vibrant. Overall, when it comes to that, amazing. What you say?
I think it was fun, honestly. I know a lot of people was complaining, saying it was a quote-unquote cameo fest. But I honestly think it was fun. There was a lot of kids in the theater when we was watching it.
A lot of kids.
They were really excited. Obviously, they don't know the lore of the game like we do. They're just there for the movie. But there was funny moments. They didn't overdo it. I loved Luigi and Yoshi's relationship. That was really cool. Yeah, it had a lot of great moments in it that, like, watching it, you'd kind of lean forward and was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
No, yeah. To carry on with your point, Will, the animation itself was beautiful. I know the budget for this movie was expensive as hell, but damn it, did they use every bit of it for that animation, boy.
Yeah,
It was colorful, it was bright, it was truly the Mario world brought to light. Also, the choreography for the action, mwah, it was beautiful. But the Bowser Jr. fight scene, when we first, when he invaded Peach Castle,
Yeah.
oh my god, that fight scene went fucking crazy.
I feel like in some moments it's like the art style even changed for Bowser Jr. when he turned into the goop. I felt like when he turned into the goop, his art style, it turned a little bit more darker and a little more gritty, and with still having the flash and the vibrancy of the Super Mario world.
Bowser Jr. did it for me. Not even gonna lie, he was my favorite part of the movie. With his little paintbrush, and when he's just getting that around his whole ass color change, he just has his whole fit on, his damn mask that he just pulls up, and then
he paints it over and it turns into an actual mouth.
And everything that he does in every single fight scene, especially like you said, when he invades Peach Castle, it honestly was amazing. I think they really outdid themselves with that. It was good.
I wanna touch on some of the power ups that they used in the game in the movie, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that they used was very well done and very comical in some sense. When they were doing the Super Mario job montage, and they were using the little ice, the ice flower, and he turned into a little ice scoop, and then he over here fist bumps Luigi and he gets frozen. It's I feel like those small things are really cool too.
Also the performances as well. I think everybody came with their A game. The only person that you can question maybe is Chris Pratt, but if you never really like Chris Pratt as Mario, this movie doesn't do anything to change it for you. I didn't personally mind it. Some standouts for me were Glenn Powell as Star Fox, which I hated that they spoiled it.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that a week before the release. It made no sense.
We're gonna get more into that, but also Donald Glover was unrecognizable as Yoshi. There was a few inflections when he said Yoshi, something okay, I can kind of hear.
I could not hear it at all.
I can hear Donald a little bit, but he disappeared. I think it was Benny Safdie who played Bowser Jr. was incredible.
Yeah.
Luis Guzman, he was a standout
amazing
in his small role. Of course, Pete. Who played Peach again? Damn it.
I think Anya
Taylor.
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy was amazing. Brie Larson was good in the small role she had, which we'll get more into that.
Yeah, because that, man.
Also, I know I said Bowser Jr. was my favorite part of the movie, and don't get me wrong, he was. But also towards the end of the movie, when it gets to like the 2D animation, and then it goes to 2D, and then they change the animation style to the way it looks in the video game. That was honestly one of the coolest parts of the movie too.
Yeah.
The references really.
The homages, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The references and homages. Started off when Peach went off to save Rosalina, and it was up to Mario and Luigi and Yoshi. How the map changed to like the Super Mario world, or the classic Super Mario map layout. Mm-hmm. And whenever they completed a job, the green flag pops up. The auditory references where Bowser Jr. says, "Prepare to meet your maker," and he's literally making a Mario level, and you're seeing it in real time with the 2D. And then Jack Black, who also of course did an amazing performance as Bowser, when he says, "Prepare to meet Bowser's fury," and he turns into Dry Bones Bowser. Bro. The references when they are done, I would say, when they are done justly, they are amazing, and they help flesh out this world.
Yeah. Well, what I would say when it comes down to like the references, I can see where fans were kind of like, this does feel like an Easter, like a whole an Easter egg filled movie, and I can see where it goes, because I feel like there was a lot of blink if you miss it, and I feel like for people who are like not paying attention, or who are like not kind of here for it, I just don't want to at least see like the story. I feel like it would be a little bit overwhelming, because like I don't know if you guys know if like there was a blink if you miss it. It was in one of the Yoshi's montages, and you see Lil Mac and the coach riding by when he was in New Donk City.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack when it comes down to it. So I can see how it can be overwhelming, but for people who enjoy seeing those blink if you miss it Easter egg stuff, like this definitely has like rewatch filled in it. And yeah,
I mean, I know a lot of people were mad that they chose to go straight into Galaxy.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like World or something first.
I feel like that would make a lot more sense. Flesh out them.
Yeah, and especially because the shit that they were trying to fit into Galaxy, when at some points it had nothing to do with Super Mario Galaxy.
Well, it's to that point, we're gonna get to the negatives now, and I'll let you keep talking. But the more I sat with this movie, the more negatives started to pop out for me. But I wanted to give you back the floor, Zay, and just expound on that.
I mean, I was.
Oh.
That was pretty much it.
Well, I'm gonna agree with you. I have got a few things. I have a few negatives that I have to say for this movie, because as James said, as I started to mull over this movie a lot more, and I actually wanted to go see it twice. I saw it once with the guys, and I saw it once with my fiance. So I had a little bit of time to mull over this movie a little bit more, and my biggest problem I had was marketing, but not for Star Fox. My biggest problem I had was the fact that what Isaiah was saying when it said that we went the whole Super Mario Galaxy role, and we bring in Rosalina, and she has the least amount of screen time in the entire movie. A movie about Super Mario Galaxy, and she is supposed to be like the main source of this world, and you really have her locked up throughout the entirety of the movies. Like James said, Star Fox had more screen time in this movie than Brie Larson.
Have to be in the movie.
And honestly, you could have I love Star Fox. Don't get me wrong, I love Star Fox. Love Glenn Powell, did an amazing performance. But you could have honestly replaced Glenn Powell and Star Fox and had that be the Luna and the Star Planet that was supposed to be in the game. That would have made a little bit more sense if you want to keep it with the Star Fox Galaxy. Not Star Fox Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. So that was my biggest problem for that. And then the pacing was all over the place. There was times where I'm like, oh, okay, we're here. And then it's like, next thing you know, it didn't even feel like, it got to a point where I felt like the story start to lose its conciseness.
It's overstimulating.
Yeah, because like what happens in this movie is that you get a lot of those big set pieces, okay, and then you'll get like a little bit of 5 seconds of exposition and exchange between the characters, and then it'll be like another big start, and it gets to a point where it's like, if you're going in this movie looking for like a movie, you're not gonna get what you wanted.
You want to go?
I'll go for a little bit.
Right.
Just to carry on Will's point about the pacing, it was fucking breakneck pacing, but somehow it felt like I got restless. Like, I don't know how movies move so fast, and I know I got restless because we were sitting next to kids, and the kids started fucking hopping out their chairs, playing around. And I was just like, how is this movie so breakneck speed? But like, I feel like it wasn't really going anywhere. We're going fast, but we're going nowhere. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of the character arcs just really fell flat. It was an intriguing thematic message about family, because you have Mario and Luigi, you have Princess Peach and Rosalina, who are sisters in this movie, and then you have Bowser trying to reconnect with Bowser Jr., and Bowser expressed regret about how he parented Bowser Jr., and you can tell he wanted Bowser Jr. to change his ways because he was a little bit too villainous, the same way how Bowser was, and then all of a sudden the switch just flipped. They changed into babies. You can see the regret on his face, and the next time we see Bowser and Bowser Jr., they're all fine with the villainy. It seems like we missed so much of that. We could have really cut out Star Fox in general and just develop Peach's and Rosalina's relationship more. And I get it, there's a lot of blink and you miss references. The movie referenced at the start that this was Mario's 40th anniversary, so that's 40 years of lore that you can jam pack into the film. However, it felt like there's a difference between blink and you miss it, and then like being able to rewatch it, and cameos just for the sake of cameos.
Yeah.
I felt like they tried to jump into that Super Mario, into pretty much a Smash movie.
Honestly,
but
like the amount of cameos. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. But the amount of cameos that you get is like, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 of them were actually like good plot devices to push the narrative forward. Everybody else kind of like felt like they were just there to be there.
Berta was in one action scene, and even she got defeated quickly, and that's pretty much all you saw of her. And this was a worse movie than the first Super Mario Brothers movie, as in terms of story. Because I feel like I didn't get enough from Luigi. Yoshi was pretty well developed, because Yoshi is pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, man, like it was. The more I sat with it, the more underwhelmed I became of the movie. But I'll put the ball back in your court, Ed.
I was just gonna agree with Will on what he said about the pacing. Like you guys have been saying, it was kind of all over the place. Certain things felt like it was rushed in just for the sake of getting it in the movie. I mean, you're making a movie for kids, so of course the movie's gonna be under 2 hours. But for what it felt like they wanted to do, they didn't have enough time for it because they was trying to keep it a certain length. Rosalina's character was definitely could have been touched on more. I mean, the opening scene, she was badass.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching the opening scene.
No, we were locked in.
Bro, as soon as the movie opened, I was like, oh shit. Like, this is how we're starting? She was badass, bro. Her powers, her fight, like, she didn't give a fuck. Like, the way she was, it reminded me of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And she's like, she just wanted to protect her babies, and she was using her wand to do that.
And what they do? Nerf her.
And then all of a sudden, she gets captured. The next opportunity she has, bam, what the fuck, her star escaped, and that's it. Like, she wasn't able to do shit else. The wand was knocked out of her hand, it disappeared, bam, you're captured again. Then into the movie, she gets saved like a fucking damsel, and that's it. Like, that's the last they touched on her powers.
Wand still
help for shit.
Even the Luma that saved Peach, we don't even see that Luma anymore, I think. And yeah, Star Fox's role, even though I did appreciate it, it could have been
Could've been
filled
left
by the
out.
Lumas.
Yeah.
We could have done the Lumas, have the Luma that saved Peach, go back to the planet they were originally from, and recruit the rest of the Lumas. Like, hey, we gotta get Mario now.
I mean, I noticed a theme with the movies this year. Especially with sequels, they're trying to do it for the sake of what the fuck factor. Like, it's a shock factor thing. That's the whole reason Star Fox is put in the movie. He shouldn't have been in the movie because he didn't add shit to the story at all. He was transport. That's it. He was only transport because Mario pulled up and they tried to create like it was gonna be beef or something like that. He's like, who is this guy? And then they're cool. They're just like, I like him and shit like that for no fucking reason.
I mean,
It's a
like
pump.
that.
No, I like that they didn't make them beef, but
Yeah.
it's a pump fake for no reason. Like they wanted to add drama or make you think there was gonna be drama when there wasn't. Star Fox could have been left out because then after he helped them get to the Bowser's planet, that was it. He was just gone until the end. He didn't really do nothing else. There was no point in having him. He was added in for that shock factor. It's the same exact thing Scream 7 did with adding Stu.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy fuck, you brought in somebody I like or I think is cool. Like it's pointless.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Star Fox is cool. That nigga was cool.
And that's why they added him.
And don't get me wrong, that nigga was real cool. Okay, this was cool to have this moment. Like having Mr. Game & Watch show up of all people to show up. Now that felt good. Like I was really hoping that he was gonna drop the 10 before he knocked out Bowser. But that's just me. But this is what I mean by like cameos that work to move the plot forward. But having Star Fox in it. It could have been. I feel like his impact should have been watered down a little bit. I wouldn't say removed altogether, watered down a little bit, and not make him as like integral to the team. Cause I feel like after the point, it just felt like he just had to be there, and he didn't really need to.
I don't think it wasn't. I don't think his impact was integral to the team. I think it was as watered down as it could be, because it's not like he was fighting and helping them on that aspect. Like I said, he pretty much was just transport. And he went somewhere that nobody else wanted to go because they was able to pay him. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of some of the budget that was used for Luis Guzman. Issa Rae was in this movie as the Honeybee Queen.
Yeah.
And the Honeybee Queen, even though she's in Mario Galaxy, added nothing to the story. I feel like they could have used some of those references and some of that budget. Trim off a lot of the fat in this movie, expand it on some of their themes, and create because like what makes me so frustrated about this movie, the makings of a great movie, a better sequel is there, and we saw from Sonic, which it's Sonic and Mario, they have that rivalry. Sonic is a movie franchise where it focuses on being a good movie or a movie as good as it can be first. And then it will add more and more characters. We had to wait 3 movies to get Shadow, and it was the best thing ever. Now we're moving on to Metal Sonic. So, I just think that Mario, for surely, even though Mario has way more of an expensive history than Sonic, it could have waited just a bit more because it's going to be Mario. We're going to see the big bucks. I don't know how much a Star Fox, or I don't know how much a Issa Rae, a Glenn Powell, contributed to getting more butts and seats as just having a new Super Mario Brothers movie. But yeah, ratings. I am going to give this a 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Oh,
the movie?
The movie.
Oh, we're going out of 5.
Or you can go out.
I thought we were going out of 10.
Okay, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Yeah, the animation was very beautiful, very vibrant. However, it was a lot of filler with no substance. And I feel like that greatly took away from the movie. And it wasn't as good of a movie as the first one.
I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. Because I feel like the foundation was there. It's coming off a great first movie, and I think they tried too hard to make the second movie better. So they were trying to force it. With all the lackluster cameos or the pointless cameos, certain characters, big characters you introduced and started off strong, and then just cut their screen time completely. That ruins it.
I'm also gonna give this a 5.5. I feel like the voice acting was doable. The pacing really messed it up for me. And I feel like a lot of the decisions that were made, I feel like they were just made just be made. Like when Mario and Luigi were walking in the woods with Bowser, and Bowser was like, "Turn me back to normal," and he didn't really argue that much. He was like, "All right," and then just made him big. I'm like, and it's like moments like that where it just makes you just like kind of like scratch your head, and then the only saving grace I would give this movie would be the animation and the musical score. Like the musical score, that was also really good. When Star Fox was transporting, I believe transporting the team to where they needed to go, and you hear the Star Fox theme in the background, my ears perked up a little bit, but it wasn't enough to give it to like a 6 or a 7. So 5.5.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for our first installment of VIP Reviews. We will see you guys on the next one.